Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a couple of questions on my mind. For one thing, Mark Meadows is going to be the new chief of staff. And you know what? Okay, I got to tell you guys, when I heard this, right away I started laughing and laughing. Why? I don't know, but it was like this delight bubbled up like, oh, he got what he wanted. Oh, the poor man. It was like that, but not really. But I was laughing. So, anyway, this is the congressman. So he's leaving Congress, and now he'll be the chief of staff replacing Mick Mulvaney. Now talk about mortality rate. That job has a high mortality rate, career-wise. So let's see. Let's see how he does with it. Okay, so Spirit, please show us how Mark Meadows does with this job of chief of staff. Oh, 10 of Cups. Okay, so he has some support from the family. You know, I just get a feeling like the Republicans, the lawmakers have voted in lockstep. They have supported this president. And this idea about the right, the conservative right, it's like all become one big thing. And they are indeed asking themselves, how can we manage this president? How can we get what we want done? Whose turn is it sometimes to take his abuse, frankly? I think they have those kinds of discussions. So he's got the support of the family, aka Netflix's The Family. I recommend it. Okay, his challenge will be judgment, clarity, and good judgment. Oh, that is going to be a challenge because, what he's not understanding is that Trump is a master manipulator. He is. And he will keep at people till they do what he wants or sees things his way, or he moves them just a bit this time, and the next time just a bit more and just a bit more. Did you see the coverage of him talking about the virus and saying over and over and over, I like the numbers. This is perfect the way we've handled this. Is perfect the way we've handled this. And he kept saying it like a broken record in this group of men. And it was frankly very socially inappropriate. It was awkward. It was weird. But now there's a technique. He just says it over and over again. And that's not the only technique he has. He's crafty, So this is what Mark Meadows is going to have to be aware of, that he may come into this thinking that he will make this decision and that decision and sort of manage things and make sure that the agenda of the Republican lawmakers still goes forward. But you know what? Better men have failed before him. So beneath it all, we have the high priestess. Oh yeah, that's right. He's also the founder of the Tea Party, right? So that makes sense with the family now. Okay, I'm getting it. All right, the high priestess underneath it all. Lots of deep mysteries here. This is like a whole, you know what? I come back to maybe Trump is the least of our troubles because just this whole machine that is trying to manage him and get him to do what they want, or the very wealthy people who support them want, that's what's a problem. I mean, that's the bigger problem. In the past, we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so it was Mark Meadows and one other who was being considered. There's something else with that, though, I'm hearing. Something about looking out across the sea, something about the world relations. Well, and Mick Mulvaney left. I kept seeing his face that day, and then I did the reading. about what was going on with him, and just felt a lot of fear and angst and anxiety about it being discovered that he was probably the one who was carrying the messages about keep the testing down, keep the numbers down, that kind of thing. There was a lot of that in him. And then that evening we heard about his resignation. He's going to be an envoy to Northern Ireland, I believe. And so he's gone, he's going. But there's something else. Still with the international relations, still with that, there's another scandal. Okay, well, we'll learn more about that, though, is what I'm hearing. Anything else about that, Spirit? 8 of Wands. It's going to feel like a bunch of things are coming out. Yes. Okay, above it all, we have the 10 of Swords for Mark Meadows. In some ways, he's devastated. In some ways, the martyr card. There we go. There it is. Yes, he's taken one for the team. Nobody wants this job. Nobody in their right mind wants this job. But he's taking one for the team. In the immediate future is the Emperor. Okay, the Emperor. The law. Interesting. He's going to meet with some sort of legal challenge. Spirit, anything more about that? Okay, we'll just clarify it with the next one. The 4 of Wands in the White House. He's going to meet with some sort of legal challenge in the White House where he's feeling like he's being challenged to break the law, and he doesn't want to break the law in a blatant kind of way that you could get in trouble for. Yeah, his energy doesn't feel all that much, like he's not a purist about the law, okay? But there'll be some kind of legal challenge shortly into his tenure where there may be some scandal. Has he broken the law? Has he? He's going to make a splash in his own sort of way. And it's not going to be anything he initiates, but it's going to be something he's caught up in. Okay, at the root of the matter, we've got the 4 of Swords, retreat. The 3 of Swords in the home environment. Oh, look at all those swords, and they are not good swords. He's got the 10 of Swords above it all, you guys. Oh, no. No, something bad happens. I feel like this legal challenge that'll be coming in, is it something that would even get him out of there, like get in the way of him actually being in that position? Or he would be in there shortly only? There's something there. But look at all these swords, you guys. Above it all, so he's got the 10 of Swords. He's got the 4 of Swords at the root of the matter. And then he's got the 3 of Swords in the immediate environment. So this is not good for him. This is not a good move for him. I feel like in his gut he knows it. He's taking one for the team like a good soldier. Mercenary probably really would be, I dare not compare him to a real soldier, because the soldiers are fighting for noble purposes, and Mark Meadows is hired, essentially. Okay, so the 3 of Swords, though, in the immediate environment, that kind of means that the same heartache we've seen other chiefs of staff go through with Trump, he will also go through, but on accelerated mode. Hopes and fears, 3 of Coins. He's going to be consulting with attorneys. There's something legal coming for him. The outcome, we have the Moon. There's a secret. Oh, of course. Well, so Trump, we've seen him do this with each of his new people, sometimes communications director, sometimes chief of staff, whatever position he's got close to him or representing him publicly. We've seen him set them up in such a way to buy into a lie that he is perpetuating, to buy into a cover story, to buy into a cover-up, essentially. And we've seen him set them up to do that publicly as sort of a loyalty test, but also then it ties their future to him. it motivates them to protect him, because now they're part of whatever trouble he's got brewing in the background that people don't know about yet. So that will be happening. He will be enlisted in a secret. He will be enlisted in public denial of something, probably. That seems to be a favorite of Trump's. He doesn't have any idea. He does think it's going to be difficult. But these patterns, you've got to beware of them. And I don't think he has that level of insight at all. Page of Coins, because he still thinks the very powerful men who donate to a lot of the campaigns, who own a lot of corporations, men like the Kochs, that they will take care of him. So we have the Page of Coins. That's the new job, so he takes it, obviously. But there's some secrecy even before he takes it, before he assumes the role. Okay, and new beginning. The Fool card. Off he goes, blithely unaware of stepping off the cliff. There he goes. Very young cards. The Page of Coins and the Fool card, flanking the outcome of the Moon, the secrets. So this does not look good for him. But he has signed up for this willingly, long ago. So Spirit, is there anything else we should know about Mark Meadows? King of Swords. Yeah, being in the spotlight tends to attract investigations and investigative journalism and all of that. So, yeah, not such a good move for him. At this point, he's still believing he will survive it fine. In fact, I have this feeling like he's thinking Trump won't be there much longer anyway. And I don't know what much longer is, but he has this feeling like he's been pumped up. This Mark Meadows has been pumped with a lot of encouragement and reassurances, but he shouldn't buy it. But he has. I mean, this has been the course of his career, and he, has publicly defended this president and thrown his fortune in with Trump already. So this is not such a big decision for him then. All right. Well, I thank you all so very much. I guess we'll see how it plays out. Thank you. Bye-bye.